So, quality good men can't resist women with these two habits because, listen, our habits show people who we are. All right. So, it's not by just the kind of perfume we wear, which we know, or how pretty we make ourselves, but a good quality man is always going to look at your character. And what is character? Character is not just about what you say, but it's also the things that you do, your actions. Now, listen, if you're wanting to change the game, you're like, I am tired of attracting low quality men. I highly encourage you get this course, 5 things that sabotage you from real connection. And the reason why you want to get this course is this is typically when we have shallow men, low value men, what do we have? We have shallow, low value connections. We're not getting those good quality connections. And you know it's a bad connection and you know it's low quality when there's tons of games, there's not follow through. He's trying to get you in bed way too soon, or he's love bombing the hell out of you and telling you things that make you sound so wonderful that feel really good to your ego or insecurities. But you're like, if you really thought about it, you're like, he doesn't even know me. How is he saying these things? This is a low connection. This is a low value guy. He's not a guy of tons of substance. So make sure that you get that program because it's going to show you how to correct these things, the 5 things that you want to do to be able to build that solid connection. And so when you lead with these connections, when you lead with this different way of showing up in your dating, in your relationships, it's going to weed out who needs to stay and who needs to go. And so make sure that you change these and the way that you connect. So get that program. It will change your life. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize I wasn't doing this. But now that you brought it to my attention, Erica, I understand. I got to lead differently. I got to change the game. Here's the thing with us human beings. Like we always want to convince ourselves that we're right. And then that leads to insanity. What do I mean? By doing the same things over and over and going, why am I just not getting different results? Because you're not taking different actions. You're showing up as the same person on every date and you're not holding the mirror. You're wanting the outside to change without facing what's going on the inside, without facing yourself. So if we keep getting the same kind of people, it's like, whoa, this is my mirror to me. So I'll never forget when I was living in Bali and I went through a phase where I was just dating a lot, which Bali will really amplify whatever is going on in your life. And I just remember dating the same person over and over. And I was like, the problem is not them, it's me. Like I keep attracting these people. They are just my mirror. What beliefs do I have about myself that need to change so that I don't continue on with this? And thank God I broke that cycle, right? So, what are the two qualities that men are really looking for? What are those habits that you can do so that they go, whoa, this is a different woman? Now, I want to forewarn you on something. I'm going to share these with you, but please pay attention to this because you're going to look at some rejections as failed opportunities. But you need to hear this. I want you to pay attention right now that after you do these two habits, you're going to have some failures, meaning you're going to do these things and it's going to push people away. These rejections will be your blessings. And what do I mean by that? Because as you show up with these two qualities, as you implement the 5 things that you're going to get in that course, that as you begin to integrate this and you show up this way, it's going to start pushing out the weeds. And you may need to go through a time of grieving and telling your girlfriends, why am I failing? I followed Erica's advice and it's just pushing these guys away. Maybe it is pushing the wrong people away. And sometimes we need to go through that weeding process. I want to say that again. Sometimes we need to go through that weeding process. Like when you're gardening and weeds come up, sometimes we've got to pull out the weeds so that the beautiful flowers can come up. And some of us women, we've become so accustomed with allowing a lot of weeds in our life, and it's all we know. But you need to go through a pruning process because not everyone can be in your garden. You know what I'm saying? They can't eat of your fruit. So we need to weed out the wrong ones. Even if you're not ready for a full-on committed relationship, getting rid of the old ones. Because listen, these people who play games with you, who don't value you, that don't want to build any future with you, or don't want to be men of integrity with you, these people drain you. They lead to disappointment, hopelessness, anxiety, depression. Like, do we need to continue on? Like, we know the ramifications of allowing these weeds into our lives. So we have to cut them out. But we cut them out by changing who's in front of the mirror, and that's us. We start with us. We don't go demanding of the world of something that we're not giving to ourselves, okay? So this is what you are going to do. The first habit that you are going to lead with is you are going to be a woman of her word. This is what this looks like. Let's say you're at that place, you're like, I'm done dating. I am ready to build something with someone. This can be super hard, but lady, if you hold on and if you do it, I promise you will get what you want instead of what's temporary. That was so good. I wish someone had a handkerchief and just like, yes, girl, yes. Here's the thing. When you show up and you say what you mean, so you go, look, I'm looking to build something with someone. When that guy goes, now he may say the right thing on the first date, because most guys are not that, they're not going to be stupid. They're like, yeah, me too, me too. But if on the second and the third date, they're just like, I'm just kind of enjoying life right now and kind of seeing what comes. And like, no, 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 no. Peter Pan, I need you to go to Never Ever Land. I'm here in the real world and we're not doing that. So you have to go. I can't have you here. You can't be in my space anymore. And what does that do? That creates a rhythm in you of like, whoa, I need to show up more consistently. I need to mean what I say. So if I'm saying I want to build a relationship, when someone comes in with a half-ass answer or a half-ass way, and you know in your intuition, you know in your gut that they're not on that same path, they're not on that same trajectory, that you cut them off and you let them go. And that might feel painful. And this is your weeding out process. But it has to happen because what did I say? If you continue to allow weeds, they will suffocate the flower that's trying to bloom. You will suffocate the love that's trying to come in your life because your garden is filled with so many damn weeds. And if you're watching this video and you're like, that has been me and this is hitting home, I want you to comment in the comment section, weeds. So that's the first thing you've got to do. Because here's the thing, a quality man who has built his life, who has a life of substance, he's going to look and go, oh, wow, like this one, this is a real one right here. Like she's a straight shooter. That's what my partner said. He was like, whoa, you are straight. And I was like, yeah, I'm not here to waste my time. I'm not going to waste your time. This is where I am. This is what I want. You don't want that. Bye. Bye. So mean what you say. It's going to take a weeding process. Just, I'm preparing you for it now. Don't be shocked when you start getting some no's. This is your cleaning out process. You're weeding out. So when you go on a date and he's giving you these little boy vibes of like, I just want to play and ride unicorns. You're like, no, son, I'm trying to find me a grown ass man here. Bye. And you create room for your man to come into your life. So mean what you say. And my sister, you have to follow through on those actions. Just imagine that we are having a glass of wine and your girlfriend sitting next to you. I'm like, you got to follow through on what you say. You can't just say, I'm looking for a relationship. And then when he says, yeah, I'm just kind of having fun and figuring myself out, go. But when you sit there and you stay thinking like he's going to change his mind, no. You've already sold yourself out. You can't go back and be like, oh, he was terrible. No. You broke your boundaries with you. So no. Don't do that. Here's the second thing that is super challenging, but I really encourage you to do this. I don't know if you can relate, but as things evolve, as things change, as women become more independent, more strong, finding our voice, finding our place, we've been taught, we've been inundated that like it's the masculine that gets what he wants, right? And that works and can work in the workplace. But as a woman, it's our softness that is where our heart resides. It's the same for a man. But if we're in the constant zone of needing to make things happen. It's an interesting dance of being strong in your words, but being soft in your heart. I'm going to say that again, being strong in your words, but being soft in your heart. And here's the thing, like, none of us want to be in a relationship with that we have to battle. But when we have walls all the way up here, like people are like, I don't want to have to climb a gazillion walls. Like it's that softness that creates room for us to receive. Softness helps us to receive. It's and the same thing goes for man. Like we have to have that pliable, soft place. And so when a guy says, okay, whoa, this one, she is different because she's super strong, she's super consistent in what she says, and she means it. But the second thing is, she's not let like the hardness of life, the hardness of past relationships harden her heart. She still has a soft heart. She's still able to receive. And the different, it's an energetic thing. When we have a hard heart, it's like we need to prove, we need to protect, we're looking for the next battle. A softness of heart just says, like, I allow the beauty of who I am to come out, and I allow you to see that and to receive that. And so when he says, like, I really love how tender you are, that you're not looking for the next fight, you're going, thank you. I really appreciate that. It actually takes a lot of work to be this way. So thank you for saying that. However, it is that resonates with you. But we can feel the difference of when we are in fight mode and when we're in receiving mode. And so keeping that softness of heart will really show a guy like, wow, this is a woman who's strong, but she's also still very tender. And when you have these kind of qualities, these kind of habits that you bring and you show up, call them habits because you're being consistent, because it becomes part of your character. He goes, okay, this is a keeper. This is one that I want to change the game with. And listen, I know it's hard because in dating, when you have a bunch of people who have been weeds in your life, it's very easy to get guarded. It's very easy to put up walls. But walls don't necessarily just protect, but they also keep out the good stuff, which is love. And so we have to know that we can protect ourselves with our boundaries, but it's creating a softness which receives love in. Okay, I hope that this helped you. Make sure that you subscribe and also get that 5 things course. It will change how you show up on dates. It will change how you build quality connections so that you can meet the love that you were meant for. I'll see you in my next video.